Yes, sir. And we are back. So this live is an extension of another live that we were doing, right? We were talking about, the NFL draft and things that happened around the 2025 NFL draft. And one of the embarrassing things that happened around the 2025 NFL draft for the Atlanta Falcons is there was a leaked phone number. There was a leaked phone number that went out for Shedeur Sanders. Our guy Ryan, the historian, said Kyle McCord, and he also named another player. But their phone numbers were leaked, and we know that a prank was played on Shedeur Sanders. A prank was played like it was the Saints GM calling him, and then he told him, sorry you had to wait so long. And when Shedeur thought he was about to be drafted, the person on the other end says, well, you're going to have to keep waiting. They do some investigating on who played this prank on him. And it came down that it is the son of the Atlanta Falcons defensive coordinator, Jeff Ulbrich. That's what everyone is saying right now. All evidence points to his son as being the culprit, him and a friend being the person who played the prank on Shedeur Sanders. And now this is not about Shedeur. This is not just about Shedeur. This is about just violating, period. This is just about disrespect. And this is about embarrassment to our organization. The hat that we wear, the hat that I have on right now, the logo that represents the city, the logo that Arthur Blank has poured billions of dollars into, the logo that many people from Atlanta buy these clothing and apparel again and again and again, got embarrassed over the weekend by allegedly so far, by a coach's son leaking the phone number and playing a prank on Shedeur Sanders. So we're gonna take it from there. And everybody, we're gonna give our thoughts. You give your thoughts on how do you feel about the situation, and what do you think should happen from the situation. I also drop the link in the chat, Be Rich, so people can be ready to come up. We know Stella Mike wanted to discuss. He was in our last one. But yeah, man, go ahead. How do you feel about the situation?
Man, it's like our organization is always something. We always getting embarrassed. This was an embarrassing situation that happened to the Falcons. I wish it wouldn't have happened. And what was the kid thinking? Like, what were you thinking? Jesus, the coach just got here. He's fresh coming into the Falcons organization. Everyone is excited. We just came off an exciting draft, and it's always something. It's like when we went to the Super Bowl and Eugene Robinson messes up that taste in our mouth. You know what I mean? It's the same type of feeling. It's like, geez, like, what are you thinking, dummy? And it's like, now you put your dad at risk. It's a serious infraction that has happened. Should he be fired? Should Jeff Ulbrich be fired for what his son did by calling Shedeur Sanders and pranking him? And that was like, oh my God, when I saw it, I was like, who would do this? That's evil. Like, their heart had to drop. And you saw Shedeur's like, what does that mean? He was so embarrassed. He didn't want to say, he knew what he didn't, he just was embarrassed. He was on speakerphone, everybody's there. And that had to be the worst feeling in the world, bro. Like, dude is tripping. And it came from our organization, bro. Deion Sanders is a Falcon. We drafted him. And some dumb kid that was the coach's son went and stole a number out his iPad and made the call. Who does that? Like, that right there in itself. And the kid put apology, but he's not sorry. He's sorry that he got caught. He thought it was funny. Him and his old Miss buddies thought it was funny, which I think is a crock of shit, Trey. And it deserved to cuss on that. That's some bullshit. It embarrassed our franchise. It embarrassed your Falcon hat right there. Right there. It puts a shame on our franchise for something dumb is what you did. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And I'm asking, should our coach be fired because of something that his dumbass son did?
Yeah, well, definitely needs to be a serious reprimand, and needs to be some repercussions from it. I don't know. I I don't know if he should be fired. But I don't know other than that what kind of repercussions could it come from that? Some kind of money snatched from you. Something has to happen. It can't just be, oh, I'll do better next time. I mean, Big Willie Anderson just said the NFL is such a secretive league. He said it is a very, very secretive league. If they don't want something to get out, it will not get out. But yet, some kind of way, this phone number got out. And so something has to be done. If nothing else, the son shouldn't be let in any. I mean, the son better not show his face at any NFL games. His behind shouldn't be allowed to come anywhere near the Atlanta Falcons stadium or anywhere near the games on the NFL. You want to come on your own dime, then you go ahead. Or they can make it to where, hey, man, you banned, period. This guy can't come to any something. Because let me tell you something. Let me run it down, right? Jeff Ulbrich, looking at his history, he was drafted. We know he was a linebacker, drafted by the San Francisco 49ers in 2000. He played from 2000 to 2009. I wonder how old his son is. But looking at how old he is, seems to me that his dad been in the NFL ever since you were born. The NFL has afforded you all the things that you got in life, my guy. Every last thing that you have done, the NFL has afforded it to you. Your dad being in the NFL. And yep, Georgia Texas boy said it also happened to Kyle McCord from Syracuse. And the fact that someone would call these young men and play pranks on them, like in a moment that's so pivotal to them in their lives, you want to bring some foolishness just to get off a joke? Man, you the joke, little buddy. You the joke. Everything that your little privilege behind has gotten has been since your dad has been in the NFL, and you don't have enough respect. Just common decency for people, period.
You a joke.
To try to steal their moment to get a joke off. You the joke, my guy. You the joke.
You brought embarrassment to Atlanta. You a fucking joke.
Hey, man, you brought embarrassment to Atlanta. You brought embarrassment like to yourself, to your family. Man, it's ridiculous. Man, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Shout out to you, whoever had that foolish comment to say. We appreciate you, but yet you tuning in. Thank you so much for helping us. You know what I'm saying? Thank you
for supporting the podcast. Thanks for taking the time to comment. Thank you, bro.
Because you are helping us. But I say this, man. I don't know what should be done. I don't know if I'm going as far as being fired, but some repercussions. It can't just be swept under the rug and everybody say, well, I mean, it's all good. Because like Big Willie said, with Big Willie Anderson, all pro, you know what I'm saying? One of the greats at old tackle, like he said. What else do they know? What other information have they seen? What other things have they tapped into? And maybe they won't use it, but still something has to be done. Some kind of repercussions has to be done. It's straight up disrespectful. And we can say he don't need to be fired. You know what I'm saying? He don't need to be fired, man. That's going a little too much. But guess what? If it was you, if it was your family member who it got done to, I bet your tune would be different. And I'm not saying 100% he should be fired, but I'm saying for those who immediately say no, you're welcome to your own opinion. But I guarantee you, if it was your family member, I bet you would be singing a different tune.
And for your information, said reason why 35 people watching this trash. Nah, man, we got 100 people watching this trash right now, and it's growing. Thank you. I will say this, man. I like Jeff Ulbrich. I don't want him to be fired. But the embarrassment his son has caused on the organization, that's a big deal, man. And I don't want him to be fired, but it's a possibility that talks are being done for him to be fired. That's a dumb decision that his kid made. And it's embarrassing. And it's like they're talking about safety protocol now. Things are changing. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know why he would think that it was cool. And even to show himself on camera, I think they showed something. When he saw himself on camera, he tried to get away. But hey, the camera don't lie, bro. The camera don't lie. And the fact that you took the time to go to your dad's iPad, which I know he didn't condone, that was dumb. And now you causing your dad to be looked at funny by everyone. And you've caused embarrassment for your dad, the Atlanta Falcons, for Shedeur Sanders, everybody, bro. That shit was crazy. Crazy.
Man, let me read a couple comments, man. Let me go through a couple comments, man. We got Reggie Brown. He says, I'm more curious why the coordinator had the number. Were the Falcons even considering Shedeur? I wonder if they just kind of get a list of what the numbers are, because you never know who may fall. You never know what may change. I'm sure they don't want to say exactly like, we're considering drafting him and him. So give us that list, because that could get out amongst other teams and people know what you're trying to do and which information does get out. But that's a good question that Reggie asked, were the Falcons even considering Shedeur and why the coordinator had the number. I would like to know that as well, just so I can know some of the procedures. And then Georgia Texas boy said, no, I don't think he needs to be fired. He says he stole the number, but he didn't make the call. And this has happened before. It happened to Will Levis, and it happened to Cooper DeJean. Hey, I didn't know that. So if it happened to them, they need to get to the bottom of this and what's going on. And everybody that's playing a role in this and has done this, if they found out who did it, the people that's attached to it, if it's somebody in the league, like some repercussions need to happen for anybody.
And I hope the NFL don't come at us, try to take a draft pick from us or anything. But the punishment, we should just be fined. I think they should just fine a hefty fine. That's it. Don't take no draft picks away. I don't think Jeff should be fired. But the kid really put his dad in jeopardy of the embarrassment for one, and possibly getting fired. I don't want to see him get fired. First and foremost, I want to see him come and be creative with our defense and see what Jalen Walker. That's what we should be talking about. What is Jeff going to do with Jalen Walker and these guys that we have to make the Falcons great? And we should be talking about, hey, the great draft picks that the Falcons have. And we should be talking about the drop down the draft on Shedeur, not a prank call, man. That's dumb. That's dumb.
Man, yeah. Greer Wilson says being fired is overly dramatic. You can be held accountable for something that your child does, especially at the age of 21. It was a very bad prank and horrible taste. The disciplinary action should be possibly financial, but definitely should reflect on his son's actions. And the reason you can get held accountable, because it's not that the prank that his son did, is that you put the information in a position to be stolen. You part of the NFL. This stuff's supposed to be secretive. It's your job to keep it out of your son's hand. I'm not saying he should be fired, but that's why action could come down on him. And if it did, that's what it would be for. It wouldn't be because his son did a prank. It's because you allowed the information to be taken and stolen. Just like in any other job, when you're in charge of some information, why did he get out? Why does this person have that information? That's what they're asking. That's what Arthur Blank is asking. He's not even going to be tripping. It's like, okay, your son did it. Your son's an idiot. How did your son get the information is what I want to know. And so Georgia Texas boy also said, like I told you earlier, he said it also happened to Kyle McCord from Syracuse. Vic Hawkins, Waterboyz Show, he said, hell no. Christy Lewis said the coach didn't do it, so why punish him? I agree with banning the son from NFL events.
Yeah, you know what, Christy, I like that. Ban his son from anything the NFL has to do. I'm cool with that. Keep the coach. Ban his son. Son can't come to no games, nothing. No Falcons game, no NFL games, no nothing. Stay away. I think he plays football, and you shouldn't even be allowed to be drafted into the NFL.
Hey man, then you got Joshua Christian say, I say let Shedeur box him in a match and stream it on Twitch. Now
I like that, Joshua.
Yeah, then I'm not even gonna put it, but what we got some trolls, boy. We got some trolls, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate the troll. When you start getting trolls, that's how you know you made it, man. What is this? So Heather says the imp, the devil is a prankster. The first pranks only lead to danger, just some knowledge, but every man is responsible for their own souls, no matter the age. Hold no other responsible for others' actions. Forgiving you will be forgiven. Evil breeds evil.
I like that, Heather.
Then Lee says, no, that's ridiculous. No reason to fire him for what his stupid son did. He wouldn't be getting fired just for what his son did. He'd be getting fired for letting the information come out. You know what I'm saying? That's what he would be getting fired for. Like letting the information get in his son's hand, not being responsible enough. And if it got stolen from you, you weren't responsible enough. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that you'd be fired, but I'm just giving you the other side of the coin. The fact of the matter is he was not responsible enough with the information that he had to keep it from getting stolen. Then you got Sean.
Hey, real quick, I'm sorry, Trey. Dez 1017 says, laughing my ass off. Bro can't even go to a Falcons game now.
And so you got Sean Taylor that said that's why we are cursed as a city, man. Let's not say we cursed, man. I feel you though, Sean. That's why stuff seems to happen. We seem to be involved in stuff like this. Toe Sports said, what's good, fellas? Steve, what's up, my guy? You know what I'm saying? Then you have, I can't even say this name. Said we have clown coaches. Then you have Heather said my pleasure. And he said then our boy Toe Sports said Jeff going to be fine and that organization going to be fine. Then Keith Edmonds said his son had nothing to do with the Falcons. It happened to several other players too. But hey, he'll coach his son, and that's what people going to immediately assume where he got the information from. It just, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? If it finds out he got it from somewhere else, then he got it from somewhere else, and that will be revealed. But immediately when it's someone who's tied to a coach, it's going to immediately be said or thought that it came from that particular coach. You know what I'm saying? So then somebody obviously said it's really not a big deal. No, that is a big deal. I disagree with this wholeheartedly. You take someone's moment and you play a prank like that. No one lost their lives, and someone can take it deeper. It's not like, and I ain't saying this person said that, but this is the kind of stuff somebody will say. It's not like somebody lost their life. Nah, but you know what I'm saying? No one got taken out because of this trade. Be rich, you guys are tripping. No, man. But you were disrespectful, and you came into someone's moment and played a horrible prank. And once again, if it was your family member, you would be too pissed off about it.
No, I agree, Trey. I agree. It's not cool. And the fact, man, like, we shouldn't be talking about this right now. This is an embarrassing moment for the organization. It's an embarrassing moment for Jeff. It's an embarrassing moment to you who did it. It's an embarrassing moment for Shedeur Sanders. Like, no, bro. Like, I felt bad for Shedeur. And I mean, white or black, it's not a white or black thing. It's like, I would have felt bad for Matt Ryan if it would have happened to him. Like, that wasn't cool. That wasn't cool at all.
Hey, man. Hey, I ain't even gonna lie. I see where you're going with this. This is funny, but no, I would have said something. If this was done to a Saints player, we wouldn't say anything. That's funny. Dad. I ain't even gonna lie. I would though. Be rich.
Trey. Like, I just said something about the Saints. I hope somebody such and such, get hurt or something. He let me have it. So Trey fair. He fair. I ain't gonna lie. He fair soul.
Yeah, Michael says, man, he needs an old school butt whooping, 21 or not. Jeff shouldn't be fired, but let him know that another incident like this won't be tolerated, and he can be fired next time. And know it, that'll probably be the way that it'll be handled. Lex Zone 6 says, Jax Ulbrich is 21. He's a grown-ass man. Any punishment should be done to him and him alone. I ban him from NFL stadiums. I 100% believe he should be fired. But remember, if they come down if he got the information from his dad, we don't know that, but that's the assumption so far, that he got the information from his dad. If he did get it from his dad, the punishment on his dad won't be because what his son did. It'll be because he wasn't responsible enough to keep it from getting in another person's hands, whether it's his son or not. That's what it is. That's what the punishment would be about. That's what his boss would be saying. Okay, your son did that, but how did he get it? That's what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? How did he get the list from you if that's where he got the list?
Yeah, man. So Trey, let's talk about this, man. Like, I mean, we can still. I'm not moving away from this because the title, of course. I mean, look, should he be fired, Trey? Should he be fired?
Hey, look, no. So I said right now, I'm not going as far as being fired. I don't know what's the most, what's the heaviest repercussions besides firing could be. It should be some kind of financial something more than a stern warning, because that's if he got the information from his father. Hold on. I wanted that one comment to be read.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go back. My bad. Go back. Go ahead.
I was gonna read that, but you asked me the question. I don't know if he 100% got it from his father. Hold on, let's see. The Falcons statement was, early in the week, Jax Ulbrich, the 21-year-old son of defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich, unintentionally came across the draft contact phone number for Shedeur Sanders off an open iPad while visiting his parents' home, and wrote the number down to later conduct a prank call. Jeff Ulbrich was unaware of the data exposure or any facets of the prank, and was made aware of the above only after the fact. The Atlanta Falcons do not condone this behavior and send our sincere apologies to Shedeur Sanders and his family, who have been in contact with, to apologize to, as well as facilitate an apology directly from Jax to the Sanders family. And as y'all see, that's from the Atlanta Falcons. So this the thing. It's not just about his son. Yeah, he had it open, but that's what, if I'm the owner, that's what I'm talking about. Yo, bro, you putting information to where I don't want to hear that. That's your kid. You wouldn't think your kid would do something. Why is this information out? That's what a boss is going to be asking. That's what the leader of the organization, that's what the person who cuts your check is going to be asking. It's not just about his son. They're going to be asking, how did you let this information come out? It shouldn't get out. I don't care that that's your son. You have to assume any and everybody is a threat to this information, and something negative could be done by. Big Willie Anderson just said it. He was in the NFL for years on top of years, was all pro, first pro. You know what I'm saying?
He said the NFL is very secret.
He said it's almost like mob. Like if they don't want something to get out, it doesn't get out. So he made him as a former player say, how does that happen? He doesn't even understand. So we're not saying anything that someone who played in the league is saying. He don't know how that happened. He didn't say anything about a firing or nothing. He just said he don't know how the information got out. So there you go. There you go. And to this comment, and I'm gonna read this comment, and this is what Jeff gonna have to deal with. Maurice said earlier, he said, does it make y'all have a little less confidence in him? I know I'm gonna start really thinking it if the defense sucks. That's all that's going. If the defense has struggles,
they're gonna
Jeff Ulbrich, boy, he gonna hear about that every single time.
Hey, brother, he just brought, hey, Maurice, I ain't even think about that to just now. You just planted that in my seed. If he starts off slow, he's gonna catch hell for what his son did. I promise you that.
Shout out to Maurice. Shout out to Maurice, man.
Yeah, that was a good point. Let me say this. Our old friend Jonathan Friedman's been on the show for a long time, supporting us. He's not only been a part of the show supporting us, he's now part of the team. He wanted me to bring out the fact, he says, hey, the show is taking off and we'll continue to get inquiries about sponsorships for the show. Hey, if you want to be a sponsor for the show, hit up Jonathan Friedman right here. Jonathan, I think he's going to put his number in the chat. But yeah, something like if you think that if you have a product that you want to, whatever, if you want us to talk about what you got going on, hit up Jonathan. Jonathan's gonna make it happen. He's gonna tell you how to do it, and we're gonna go from there. All right, continue with the show, Trey.
Man, Christy Lewis, who always come through, said, can we start a season without an info-related link? First Catfish, Kirk, now this. Man, what you just said don't make no sense. We talking about what's happening around the team. If the Atlanta Falcons just put it out, man, then we put I don't know if, like, I take that like that's what he's saying. Why are we talking about something like that? Please correct me if I'm wrong, because Christian Lewis always comes through, and we appreciate you coming through and supporting the show. But I don't understand what you're trying to say. Like, we don't have discussions and we don't talk about what's needed to be discussed with the team. We talking about what's going on around the league and what's happening with the team. Everyone is talking about this, and if they weren't, that's what we choose to talk about at the moment.
All right, if anybody want to do sponsorship, that's the number right there. Like somebody want to join in, Trey. William Amy. Let's bring him up.
What's up, fellas? What's going on, man?
What up, my brother? How you doing?
Y'all doing? Not much, studying for my ASVAB, trying to pass my ASVAB, going to the Air Force, hopefully.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it up to
Congrats,
God,
man. Congrats.
Yeah.
So how you feel about the title, man? Should the Atlanta Falcons fire defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich?
Absolutely.
You think so? Wow.
Absolutely, because you know what? That's childish. Don't get me wrong, Deion's son, he worked hard for that. You know what I'm saying? The dude didn't get picked. You know, I think he one of the best quarterbacks out this draft class anyway. To me, I thought he was going to the Giants, but that was shocking when, because some of these NFL owners kind of racist, you get what I'm saying? Because I guess they feel, I go on Smitty Smith Sport Machine show, he was talking about how Deion Sanders, they kind of hate Sanders because what he said and something like that, and I guess he rubbed some of the media people wrong, but it just, Jeff Ulbrich's son should have got disciplined. I understand he came with an apology, but I feel like if I'm Jeff Ulbrich, I'm like, hey, my job is on the line. We could get fined for this, and we could lose draft picks. We're already gave our first round pick, so we're gonna get penalized or get fined. But I just feel like he should get fired because, like, how you gonna judge this dude? You ain't even coach a defense coordinator never before. You 21. You don't even act like you grown. You act like a little boy. To me.
All right, well, thank you for coming up, William.
Man, yeah, we appreciate it, William. We appreciate you always supporting the show, man. Thank you once again, my brother.
Good luck at the Air Force, bro.
Oh yeah, appreciate you, man. Thanks.
Congrats.
All right, we're gonna bring up our partner, man, Stiller Mike, man. What up, Stiller Mike? Even your camera up, man. Get in the center yourself, sir. Yeah, what's going on?
What's going on?
Nothing much, man. How you feel about what we talking about right now?
Yeah, man, shit. I hate it for the fact that happened. It happened for Shedeur from Atlanta. I mean, Deion Sanders, prime time. He retired as a Falcon.
I get your face in the middle of the screen. You got half your face. There you go. All right.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Like I was saying, I just feel bad. That Shedeur had to deal with that. The whole thing. And I don't know if you guys heard about it, but it's saying a lot of what we just experienced this weekend was just so the NFL could have people continue to watch the draft throughout the weekend, because really if Shedeur had got drafted 1, 2, or the top 5, wasn't nobody else watching nothing else. It was over. So it's being said that it was colluded. It was a collusion to keep everybody watching the NFL. So I'm gonna put the NFL on blast on this. I think they did have something to do with this. This is something they thought about, because nothing else makes sense. Nothing else makes sense. I ain't making it racial. It's just too many black folks in the NFL to make it racial. This was about money, and why the NFL don't make money with the NFL draft after the first day. They had to figure out a way to pimp the system, and they found the way to pimp the system. But they just did it with the wrong person. Getting back to what you were saying about the coach being responsible for letting that information out, absolutely. If you don't get rolled up or fired, because it's people at Walmart lose 50 cents, they lose their job. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at it for what is real. When you're an employee of the NFL or Atlanta Falcons, all property is secured property. You must have that in your process. I mean, in secured at all times. It's just like working for the government. But because of the atmosphere now that we have, Pete Heads check, the guy that's over the military, look with all the stuff that he's just done. So that's why now, you're gonna find reasons not to fire him. True. I don't want. I do feel. I hate that I have to feel this way, but I don't want the man to lose his job because of something his son did. But somebody got to pay a price, and his son is not going to pay it, because at the end of the day, privilege means something. After 6 months from now, ain't nobody going to even remember that little dude's name. And the only way to, like you said, to make this a memorable moment is what Trey said: ban him from everything related to the NFL. Ban him. Ban him. And I'm 100% with that.
Well, we appreciate you still, Mike. That's our brother and one of our partners with the show. I will disagree with you on this one point, though, Mike. You took him off already?
I'll bring him up. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I would disagree on this one point. I think people gonna tune in to the NFL regardless. They don't need Shedeur Sanders. Like, the NFL is king. The NFL gonna get ratings. I don't think they need. I think the NFL has always been bigger than one player, and that's why things happen the way they happen. I mean, they hide most people helmets. You know what I'm saying? They hide most people faces behind the helmets, and we still know who everybody is. Like, we tune in to the NFL. I don't personally think it was an NFL thing. That's, hey, definitely entitled to your opinion, my brother. I don't think it's an NFL thing. I just think it was a dumb move by a dumb 21-year-old who thought it was going to be funny, and it wasn't. But I will say this: I don't think his father should be fired, but something has to be done because he allowed the information to get out. I saw that Christy Lewis said
a serious fine.
Yeah, Christy Lewis
serious fine, something.
Yeah, Christy Lewis said earlier, like that, family members are in the draft room. Right. Family members are always around. I would catch it with Mike, and I keep going. He said, that family members are always around. You can also access information different ways. Makes him think of when his kids visit his office. Yeah, but at the same time, when you have information, you're here responsible. Even if you were say you're doing something that had to do with banking, or had to do with this, had to do with that, and somebody's banking information got out there, someone, your kid or something took, you're gonna tell the people, oh no, man, the punishment need to come down to the person who took it. No, dog, you the one who was responsible for it. That information was in your hands. And I know somebody gonna say, well, it's not the same, Trey, but it is. It's all about information being in your hands and you allowing it to be accessed by someone else.
And you just made your dad's, I mean, just from the comment earlier, and it's just in my head now, you have just made your dad's job that much harder. I mean, he can't start off slow. He has to come in and immediately provide dividends, because once the first loss is blamed on the defense, all they're going to hear is about you, what you did, and he should be fired because of that. You just really made your dad's job really hard. I ain't thought about that. Hey, Rod, what's up? Pull up your camera, man. Come tell us what you think, bro. We want to see your face.
Yeah. Let me read this comment from Wanda. I thought this was pretty good. Shout out to Wanda Watson. She said this kid is 21-year-old grown man and should be responsible for whatever happens to his daddy. A breach is a breach. Make him get a job and get that silver spoon out his mouth.
What up, Rod?
What's going on, y'all?
What's up, Rod?
Tell us what you think, man.
We talking about the overall the Deion situation, right? The Sanders situation, Shedeur, right?
Yeah.
I didn't overall, like, I just didn't like it. The reason why I say I didn't like it, if we're gonna, as far as the pick goes, y'all, like, I'm not saying like out of the quarterbacks that was chosen, I'm not saying that he's just top notch, but in the draft, you're supposed to take the next best player available. I just feel like Shedeur is definitely better than maybe two of the quarterbacks that was chosen over him, but that's just it. Like, I don't understand that. I just feel like at the end of the day, I just feel like Deion is his father. Like, y'all can't come in. He hasn't even been in the league. He hasn't even stepped a foot on a football field, on an NFL field yet, and we're already giving him like a slap on the wrist for what? Because he's coming in confident. I'd rather have a quarterback come in confident and tell me that he's ready for the job, or he's this way or he's that way, than nothing at all, because I'm building my team around him.
Hey, Rod, let me interrupt you right quick, Rod. And we were going to get into that. But what we're asking is, how do you feel about the son of defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich, who called Shedeur Sanders and prank called him? Did you hear about that?
Yes. I don't like. I don't. We can go on that. I don't like that either. Kind of back to what old school was saying too. Just by us being Deion's like first organization and everything like that. I just feel like it was really disrespectful. And then on top of that, I'm trying to understand, why do you even have his number if we don't even, you know what I'm saying? We're not even in contact with Shedeur. Like, we're not quarterback wanting. So why do you even have his number?
So what happens is every NFL team is sent a list of all the draft picks numbers just in case they want to, get them. Who's to say they could have traded Michael Penix and then wanted to get him? Not that it's going to happen, but you never know what a scenario could be.
Yeah. I just
you think the defensive coordinator should be fired for the breach that he caused for his iPad having the number on there and being so loosely and not password protected, or just leaving it open around anyone that could get the number? Do you think that he should be fired for that?
No, I don't think he should be fired, but I do agree with you, B Rich. Like you just said, like before I got on here, like that nigga's job just got harder. His job just definitely got harder. Like you gotta come with it. Cause like you just said, the first thing we're gonna go back is, like you just said, we lose on defensive side. Yeah. If you weren't worried about, if your son wasn't so worried about you already know that's going to be the topic. That's going to be the headlining topic if we lose on some defensive stuff, because they're going to put it as his son or the situation is what took over, the locker room and stuff like that. I don't think he should be fired, though. Honestly, I don't think he should be fired. I don't think it was just from him. I don't think it was ill intent at all. I just think at the same time, like, this is another reason why in the draft we have to keep stuff to a minimum and to a close. I don't know how your son got into that. That's crazy to me. Why is your son even near? Something like that. Like, you don't know who he's calling, who he's talking to, and this could have went. And the reason why I'm saying it in this kind of way, because I'm glad it stopped and I'm glad that we found out and everything, because it could have went farther.
All right.
Could have went further.
Thanks, Rod.
Appreciate that, Rod.
I want to say that. Thank you, Rod. I want to say this, Trey. If I'm working at Coca-Cola, right, and I have access to the vault that has a secret formula for Coke, I have the secret formula for Coke. I'm working for Coke. I have all access to it. I take it home. I have it on my iPad. And it gets leaked out, the secret formula for Coca-Cola. And my kid leaks it out. God bless her soul. I know she wouldn't do it. And she leaks it out. Am I getting fired?
100%.
I don't want you to get fired, Jeff Ulbrich. I really think you're gonna be a great defensive coordinator. I just don't like the embarrassment that we're talking about this when we had an excellent freaking draft and we're talking about your son, man.
So let me ask you this: what do you think the conversation was like between Jeff Ulbrich and his son?
Hey Trey, you got to do it because I'm not good at that. Tell me what happened.
And man, look like you heard about this Shedeur thing? Somebody played a prank on him, you know, and then he was scrolling. He was like, "Hold on, that look like Jax. that look, is that Jax? Jax, come on down here for a second, Jax. I need to talk to you." And the wife was like, Jeff, what's going on now? Jax, sit on down here, Jax. I got a little something I want to talk to you about, Jax. Jackie, boy, Jax, boy, you know what you didn't cost me? Boy, you know I just got hired again. Boy, you know I just got some pass rushers. You trying to get me fired. Sit on down, Jax. Sit on down, Jax.
Oh,
it's
man.
going down. But he put belt to behind.
He put belt to ass.
21-year-old. And then he said, now I gotta go ahead and get my belt then from Arthur Blank. But you're gonna get yours first, Jax. Before I go up the Flowery Branch and get mine, Jax, you gonna get yours. All your credit cards, they cut off.
God,
all them shoes you like, they cut off. And that little baby concert I had paid for you to go to, you ain't going to that either. You can't go do nothing no more, Jax. You ain't getting nothing but belt to
That's hilarious. Hey, man.
For those who listening, that sound was a belt. We know Jeff Ulbrich put a belt to that man's behind, man. But our boy Chris from A1 Sports, he spoke about what his aunt said. I guess he spoke to his aunt about it, you know, because, man, we all come from a sports family, so I'm sure you talked to her about it. And she said, he said, my aunt works for the government, and she said she would be fined, fired, and possibly face jail time if a number is leaked. But that's the government. We do have to let it be known. That's the government. It's different. But what he's saying that there are repercussions to being the person that information gets leaked from.
Okay,
you know
if you the owner, if you the Falcons owner, if you're Arthur Blank, bro, and the NFL's like, hey, what's going on? Well, Arthur Blank, I would be pissed. Hey, it's a possibility that you may lose a draft pick or get fined. If we lose a draft, I'm not going to put that up. I'm gonna cut that. We're not gonna lose no draft pick, but damn, it's gonna be some fines the NFL gonna put on the Falcons, man. And it's like, why are we talking about this? We should be talking about Jalen Walker, Pierce, the two safeties we got, offensive tackle, the undrafted free agents that we've got. Everything's looking so beautiful, man. Everything looks good. Like we're just gonna have a great, year for the Falcons upcoming. We're busy talking about a prank call, bro. And
we should. Hey, look, I'm gonna say this one last thing. My bad, and then I'm gonna let you. My wife said that he's a running back. He goes to, I forget the name of the college. She said he's a running back. She said what she thinks maybe his school should step in and give him some kind of disciplinary action, something that he should face as a person for something that's important to him. I mean, they should
cut him off all football activities for life. He should be banned from playing football.
Never thought of that. But yeah, let's go back to the draft. Those who missed it early, is that where you were going, B-Rich? Were you going? Were you going to the draft grades now? Were you taking away from that?
I really want to stay on this topic, but let's talk about the Shedeur Sanders fall. We talked about the draft grades in the last live, but let's talk about the feeling of not being first round and the next day, me and you getting into it about it on our when we was talking about it, and then you was like, hey man, it's the second round. Whatever. Then it went to the third round. Then it went to the fourth round. And then finally, we was on our way to our event, and you called me and you said he was taken by Cleveland in the fifth, which I was like, whew. And you know what I like, man? There's some good kids, man. Like, when he was drafted, man, his brother was there with him, man. They started dancing and having fun. They was grateful. I love seeing that, bro. Like, I got chills right now talking about that. Like, he was happy. He was happy. His brother was happy. Everybody was happy. And they was just dancing. And it's like, they some good kids, bro. Like, I think they're unapologetically our African American culture, and they don't care about what you think. They have all the confidence in the world, and they ready for the hate. But they don't make them bad kids. They're really good kids. They celebrated it. They didn't make no big deal of it. I remember when I went to the Grammys and just being there, I was moping around because we didn't win a Grammy, but we was nominated. But that's not the attitude I should have taken. I should have taken the same attitude as the Sanders kids, man. I should have been dancing, jumping around, enjoying it, taking pictures, and living in the moment, man. So that's what I learned from watching them. That was a positive that I learned from watching them. But I know going on during the draft, man, I kept like, hey, man, what's going on? And I don't want to say that this is a conspiracy theorist or any of that. I don't know what it was. I have my thoughts, but I'm not going to share it. I'm going to keep it to myself on that. But I feel like something happened and it needs to be uncovered. Why?
Man, I'll say this. Do I think he could have gotten drafted higher and should have been drafted higher? Me, yeah. To order the shirts, you want to go to 285clothing.com. Be rich to throw the link in. Be rich to throw the link in. But back to what I was about to say. Leonard Walker just asked, well, where can he find the shirts? We want to make sure we get him that information. Right. We appreciate the support. Thank you so much, Leonard Walker. I personally think Shedeur should have been drafted higher. As the draft started to go on, it made me start to wonder what's really going on. Something personal is being taken. I'm not saying it was something personal to a Deion or Shedeur. Somebody was rubbed the wrong way, and he dropped. He did get drafted. In the 5th round. And so there are a lot of people who did not. It's a lot of people who did not get drafted. It's a lot of people who've gone a lot lower than that. And so, I mean, he's drafted now. He is on a team. How much stock and weight they put into him being there, only time will tell. But he can go in now, and it's time to win folks over. It's time to show that kid they drafted before you. It's time to let it be known that you're better than him. Go up, pay attention, do everything you need to do. Like, grab your position. Grab your position, grab your destiny, grab your dream, and go take it from here, Shedeur. Go take it from here, Shedeur. Do I think he should have been drafted earlier? Yes, but all I can say now that he was drafted in the 5th round, you drafted, you on a team, go get yours.
And everything happened. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying the reason I wasn't ready to jump off a ledge when he wasn't drafted in the 1st round, because like I said, I'm good friends with Malik Willis's father, me and Stillamite. And I'm like, man, he had to wait till the 3rd round, and I'm not getting into a comparison between him and Shedeur. You do the comparison for yourself. I'm just saying Malik was also a quarterback who was invited up for the 1st round, did the red carpet, did all those different things, and he still didn't go until the 3rd round. And guess what? It didn't work out in Tennessee. Green Bay traded for him. He won some games. Now he's a backup in Green Bay behind Jordan Love. He won 3 or 4 games, and the team loves him. They don't want him to go anywhere. They grabbed him and said, we've been watching you. We watched every single snap you played since you came into the league. We went through everything, and we want you here. We're going to create a system around you if you have to play, and we really want you here. We really and he's blossoming. And so Shedeur Sanders, he's in a position where go get yours, Shedeur. Take it even further than that. See if you can take it even further than that and get you a starting position. Should he been drafted higher? In my eyes, yes. But you got drafted in the 5th round. Go show them you better than that dude that got drafted before you. Go show them you better than every other quarterback that's in it. Go show them what you were. Everybody not going to be Tom Brady, but Tom Brady did it. And I know everybody not going to be Tom Brady. Tom Brady is an outlier to what happens for most quarterbacks in the 6th, 7th round and undrafted. But he did it. Go ahead and make it happen. Make it happen, Shedeur. We rooting for you.
I like your take, Trey. Real quick before I go on. Hey, everyone, man. This has been one of our most successful stream lives. We're currently at 200 plus folks. Everyone, please like and subscribe and share our pages. If you're on YouTube, you're on Instagram, you're on Facebook, follow us. Follow us right now. If you just discovered us, follow us. We got great content, man. We have great guests on. We've had Roddy White, Champ Bailey. We've had a lot of people on here. We had Kent Bazemore. We had Lou Will. Man, like we're only getting better. We're only getting bigger. Follow us. Subscribe. Like. comment on our post, man. Like, it's free. It don't cost you nothing to do that. If you like what we're doing, follow us right now. If you like what we're talking about, follow us right now. And then if you don't like us, follow us, support, man. Like, we are two brothers from Atlanta that talk Atlanta sports, and we love it. And we talk national sports as well. But, you know, we just from Atlanta, and we love the A. You see, 4-4 and the Falcons right there, man. So support us, man. But back to the to what you were saying, Trey. Like, I can't say it any better than what you just said it. Like, I can't say it any better than what you said it. You described it to a T, and I feel the same way. I just wish. I mean, the guy on I was watching Good Morning Football, man, and he said some interesting points to me. He said, "Hey, teams weren't in love with Shedeur. If you were in love with what you want, you're gonna get them." And hey, he had a point what he's saying, but I don't agree with it. I don't think he should have failed that way. I've never seen someone where the majority of all mock drafts and all experts and all this or that, he was a top 10 player by far. And he fell down to the 5th round. So kudos for Cleveland for getting the steal of the draft. You know what I'm saying? Like, they should get an A+ for their draft grades. They got a quarterback that I feel in God's like, and you know, we all know Dion and his family. They love God, which I love God as well. And that maybe that's in God's plan. Like, I know it'll motivate me. It'll make me better. So, hey, I feel like he gonna come into the Cleveland Browns organization and rip shit up. That's what I think, Trey. That's what's gonna happen. That's how God works. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. So, you know, hey, no matter what you feel about Shedeur, which side of the coin that you want, at the end of the day, he has an opportunity now. He did get drafted. He got drafted in the 5th round. He has an opportunity. It's on him to go in and grab the bull by the horns, as they say, and make it happen. You know what I mean? Go ahead and tame the beast and make his dream come true. You know, I want to see all these young men. Like, I'm a person that I love to see people accomplish their dreams. I'm rooting for every single last person, even the people who make the Saints. I don't want to see them fail. I just want to see them fail when they play the Falcons. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see everybody succeed. I want to see everybody ball out, no matter where you from, no matter what color you from, no matter what neighborhood you from, how you grew up. Go out and get your dream. Cause guess what? I'm out chasing mine. I'm gonna get mine. I've had some of them come true, and now I'm working on another one. And I know how it feels to be chasing a dream. And so I respect everyone that's brave enough to go out and chase one. And so I hate to see young men go through that. That's why I feel the way I feel about the prank call. I hate to see somebody played with in a moment where they're living in what is a dream to them, and someone wants to come in and ish on it. I don't like that. I like to see people go out, live their dreams, live in the moment, have their moment, and not have some knucklehead try to take it away. No matter how you feel about it, somebody trying to crap on somebody's dream and somebody's moment. I don't like that. But Shedeur has his moment now. He was still happy. He jumped in the pool, and now he'll go up to Cleveland. Everything that was for Shedeur, everything that was Deion Sanders' son, he's still Deion's son, but everything that was the Colorado quarterback, the Jackson State quarterback, the high school quarterback, everything that was legendary, put all that to the side. Go in now. I'm Shedeur Sanders. I'm the quarterback that can help the Cleveland Browns win, and go in and prove that. They're going to prove that. Well, you know, we appreciate you, my guy. Said this is not about Falcons or football. You ain't been listening, man. Tune in a little earlier next time.
Khalil Khalifa. It is about the Falcons, man, because
get you a better name too.
Yeah, because think about it, man. The kid of defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich went through his dad's iPad, stole the number to Shedeur Sanders, prank called the kid, and then put an embarrassment on the organization for Atlanta Falcons, and it also put super duper pressure for Ulbrich not to have any hiccups. He might as well he can't have like one loss. If he has one loss and it's blamed on the defense, he's gonna catch hell for what his son did. So, I mean, the way Trey looked at it, and he said it's not about the Falcons we're talking about, but I took it as you saying what happened is not about the Falcons, and it is. It's an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment to our organization. It's an embarrassment.
I take it as people just have ridiculous comments. You know, okay, that's cool. That's cool. It's a lot of other stuff to watch. But you know, I'll say this. You know, it's moving on. The coach's son did that. And the fact that the Falcons organization, instead of us talking about our draft picks and praising our undrafted free agents who coming in and talking about the next steps, the Falcons had to take time. The Atlanta Falcons had to take time to issue a statement. I mean, how many, like, I know it happens to all teams, and we're in Atlanta, and the Falcons is our team. So we're our antennas are up a lot more for Atlanta, you know what I mean, than other teams around the league. And I'm sure there are things that happen with other teams, right? But the noise thing that we had to go through, Atlanta pumping fake noise into the stadium, right? We had to deal with that. Atlanta being in, which it worked out with the Deshaun Watson thing, but Atlanta being in on the Deshaun Watson thing, and then Matt Ryan getting embarrassed, you know, and feeling like betrayed by it, and Matt Ryan leaving. Then Arthur Blank coming out and making a statement, a simple statement of, we're not looking to get Lamar Jackson because of this, and that. Then the Falcons stayed in the news about that the whole time, to getting Kirk Cousins, and Kirk Cousins step up there on his first press conference and throws out some kind of tampering things, and we got a draft pick taken from us. And then now here with the son, it is Falcons related. We want things to be about the Falcons that are positive, or that are moving in a direction to where it's about to play on the field. Trust me, we don't want to have these discussions about these type of things happen with the Falcons. You know what I'm saying? Like it you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it is Falcons related.
All right, what's up, Hype Star? Pull up your cameraman and give us your take, bro.
What's up? FTF Star, aka DJ Incredible. Listen, man. This whole take, man, on this whole draft should show everybody something, man. It's like I don't know what's going on with people in America today, man. It's like we so much into character that we can't even express the real truth on what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, we all know Shedeur threw over 7,000 yards in his college times, right? Whoever did that. We already know that they played what's his name? Cam Warden. What's his name? Warden, the dude from Florida who quit on his team. Who quit on his team, okay? They played him against Shedeur. Man, listen, man, this was, to me, and then that dude kid called, and then they played him. Listen, man, it's a joke, bruh. Oh, they telling us, I'm going to say it. Nobody else going to say it. I ain't going to cuss and nothing, disrespect the show. I'm going to say it. It seems like in America, if a young black man or a black man get confidence and believe in himself and say that he can reach excellence and manifest it and do it and teach his family, that's a threat to somebody. And it's a threat to a point that they will stop you from feeding your peoples, that they will try to embarrass you nationwide and think it's a joke. That wasn't no prank. That wasn't no prank. That was straight up full disrespect. And they wanted to do that because Shedeur believes in himself and his father. That's what's going on with America. That's what's wrong with us right now, bro. That's why our people can't do what we need to do, because we got somebody over our shoulder telling us we can't rise like that, man. I'm getting tired of that, bro. I'm getting real tired of that. And we need to start speaking on that, confronting that, because what happened to Shedeur Sanders, everybody from white to black went crazy. Whoever's a sports fanatic who loved the game, they all went crazy because they knew what was going down, but nobody ain't saying it. You got dudes got drafted in third round, man, who wasn't even supposed to be getting drafted in the third round, but they did it. They did it just to embarrass that boy and his family.
Well, man, thank you for your take, man.
Thank you, bro.
Appreciate you coming up.
No, it's all good. Hey, I appreciate your passion. I definitely appreciate it. And I can tell that it meant something to him personally. And I can tell, hey, he loves black people. You know what I mean? He loves it. People seem like, you know, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Now,
Trey, let's take a break right quick, a commercial break, and then we're gonna come right back, man.
All right.
Oh, well, why we can't make the playoffs? All because they wanted to pay $100 million for a broke Achilles. But look at the Eagles out there balling. All Georgia players out there. How in the world a team from Philly have more Georgia players than a team from Georgia? Boy, I know you ain't talking. You a Saints fan. Boy, y'all suck too. Come on, get you a seat, my guy. Get you a seat right here next to mine. Look at that. Look at all them coaches. Every last one of them pants legs pulled down. But our coach, now his pants leg pulled up. This Adam's apple. My God. There you go. Time out. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. You take a time out. But our coach, he wanted to take his to the club. All you gotta do is take a time out. Look at that boy, Jaden Daniels. That boy is balling. Oh, Ricky, that's all they had to do. Put in the do-rag dude and ride the wave. Go Falcons. That could have been us, Coach Morris, but you out here playing. Pants legs pulled up to your hairline. Where you say y'all get this sauce from? Ooh, y'all must have got this from the fat section in heaven. Boy, I'm trying to tell you, boy, he's good right here. Matter of fact, I'm going to talk to Blank. Blank need to put y'all in the stadium. Y'all need to be in the bins. We need strikeout wings. We don't need $2 hot dogs.
Hey, Trey, tell them about the hoodie that you have on. I have the link right there.
Man, the hoodie that I have on, man, is our blood pressure birds hoodie. These blood pressure birds are stressing me out. That's a term created by your boy, the blood pressure birds. That's what we call our Falcons. Even when the Falcons lost, we said we love our blood pressure birds. You can get you a sweatshirt or you can get you a hoodie representing the blood pressure birds. We also have some new designs coming as the year go on. But yeah, support the blood pressure birds, which is our team that we love here in Atlanta, and support the Waterboyz Show. You can find that at 285clothing.com. That is 285clothing.com. The letters 285clothing.com. Yep.
All right.
But
all
yeah,
right.
man. Yeah.
We almost at an hour, man. So if you want to keep going, we can, or we can go ahead and wrap this thing on up, bro.
Yeah, man, because we really been almost on here 2 hours because we did a whole hour earlier just talking about the draft. If you missed that, for those who were not here for that, we did draft grades. I gave the Falcons an A for their particular draft, even though I don't really like giving draft grades. I gave them an A because I felt like they made the obvious choices. They made the obvious choices and they grabbed some players and grabbed most importantly, you know what I mean? They grabbed the Georgia player who we've seen play and make plays. B Rich, what grade did you give the Falcons?
I gave him a B+, man. Shoot, now that you told me about the undrafted free agents, man, about the receiver we got that was a Triple Crown leader in football, and the cornerback that we got. Hey, man, Kobe Bryant. Hey, man, I have to up my grade up to an A+, man. I got to up my grade up to.
Oh man, so within from one show to the other one, you switch from a B+ to an A+.
Yes, go Falcons.
Nah, man. Hey, man. Nah, you got to keep it the same, man. You have to keep it the same. But the draft was good. We asked Willie, Big Willie Anderson, what he thought. He talked about how one of the guys who he trained, because he trains offensive linemen. If you don't know who Willie Anderson is, go look him up. He's a Cincinnati Bengal great. First team All-Pro for many years, made the Pro Bowl many years. He talked about how one of the guys, the Parrish kid from Ohio State, was one of the guys he trained. He was a first-round pick, a top 10 pick. He talked about how our boy Walker, man, beat him, for a sack his freshman year. And so he feels like we got a really good player. I think we got some good players too, and I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm excited to see where this draft goes. I'm excited to see where the Falcons go. Now we have to put everything in place. Our DC that we spoke about extensively on this particular live within this hour, he has to put all that other nonsense to the side, and he has to now figure out how to use the players that he has, man. Make Jalen Walker a beast. Make James Pierce Jr. a beast. Make Xavier a beast.
Just be creative. Be creative.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yep.
I would say this in closing. I don't want the Falcons to fire Jeff Ulbrich, man, but we just embarrassed our organization from his son. I wanted to put the question out, see what you guys think, because it's a legitimate question. Good luck to you, Jeff. I know you got a hard task ahead by not only trying to win football games, but now you got to deal with this shit. So good luck to you, man. I hope you can figure it out. One thing I ask for you to do is be creative with our defense and help us win games, man, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. And to Jack Ulbrich, man, you a dumb fuck, and I'm out.
Hey, man. So look, with that being said, we appreciate everybody that tapped in with us, man. Those who tapped in for the full 2 hours, thank y'all for coming on. Like, look, whether you agree with us, whether we agree with you or not, whether you think our takes are foolish or whether we think your comment is foolish, we all here together for one common reason. That's because we love the city of Atlanta and we love the Atlanta Falcons, all right? And we love Atlanta sports, period, man. Hawks, Braves, and we love sports, period. So thank you for supporting us. Thank you for representing the show. We're going to keep putting out good content. And boy, we have some amazing guests coming soon, and it only gets better. And when I say coming soon, I mean it's already been filmed. It's not something we just working on. It's already in the can,
Done.
as they say in Hollywood. Done data, man. So we getting ready to get up out of here. Before we get up out of here, one last time, I had to let it be known, Jeff Ulbrich, boy, he is somewhere right now to Jax. Boy, he is smacking that belt. You gonna get that belt,
He putting
Jax.
belt to ass.
You gonna get that belt, Jax. You gonna get that belt. But look, we about to get up out of here. Atlanta, always remember, we represent Atlanta because Atlanta represents us. Stay loyal. Stay Atlanta. On behalf of myself, Trey, my partner, B Rich, and everybody in the comments who's watching and listening, the Waterboyz Show, we are out. I'll let y'all.